Hello and welcome back to Reddit Recreations. Today we're coming at you with some bad landlord stories from r/BadLandlords. So the top post is actually just a photo that I'm going to read out. March 26, 2020. To all residents of Lawrence Mobile Home Estates. Dear tenants, this letter is to notify all tenants that rent payments, including water, will be due on the 1st and late on the 5th as per usual business. Also note that any rent or water not paid by the 5th of the month will acquire the same late fees and will continue until full payment is paid. We are aware of the concerns with the coronavirus and hope that all our tenants are well and taking precautions. However, this health concern will not affect any responsibilities you owe as a tenant of Lawrence Estates. The United States government will be issuing emergency funds to every person who resides in Lawrence Estates. These funds are specifically designated to assist you in paying your responsibilities, which includes the payment for your home. If you receive a check from the government, this will not change and will not affect your ability to pay. With construction, we know firsthand that work has not slowed down. If you are in a service industry, restaurants, fast food, etc., please be advised that several companies are currently hiring. Kroger, Aldi and Amazon are great examples of companies that have openings and are hiring online immediately. There are also several companies offering customer service positions working remotely from your home. For the service industry also, the government is sending emergency funds as well. The news and social media outlets have postings daily on companies currently and immediately hiring. We as a community will get through this pandemic together. Please continue to protect yourselves and your family. Also, thank you for your time and understanding during this time. Sincerely, Carol Lawrence, owner Lawrence Estates. If we all band together, you continue to give us all your money, your emergency checks when you can't work. Oh, there's some jobs available. Just go have a look. Trust me. And, we as a community will get through this pandemic together. You're not doing anything together. You're not a community. You're just sucking up all the emergency funds. It's good to know that those emergency checks are all going to Lawrence Estates, who can't afford a single day of late pay from anyone. I remember the pandemic was full of this sort of stuff. Landlords kicking out tenants because they couldn't afford rent for 1 month. And that is the definition of bad landlord. The real reason the owner is doing this is to set the stage for evictions. Mobile home park owners are notorious for this. You miss payments, you don't pay lot fees, water or electric hookup, they will push to evict, especially if you own the trailer. Then you move out still owing money and they take over the trailer and rent it out. Vicious cycle. Sounds like a scumbag setup, whereas this should be the sort of place where you have more understanding people, more helpful people, because you think it's more likely that people aren't going to pay their bills in a place like this. No, this is where the leeches of society all end up. And they're just like, well, we want to own these trailer park homes because we know they won't pay, so we can take all their stuff off them and then make them homeless. Oh, disgust me. Termite. And that's from a total jerk, and a total jerk is calling you a termite. That's how bad you are. We got a big one here from Groovin Vibes saying, my brother's landlady proceeded to kick him out after he confronted her about stealing his SS card and birth certificate. Okay, let's get into this one. Hey there, writing this up on my phone, so bear with me with the bad formatting. My brother's been living in Hawaii on the island of Maui for about 8 months now. He's pretty young and naive, 19 years old, and this is the first time he's been on his own. He ended up finding a room for $500 a month with a chick that's just moved there from California. Let's call her Cali Chick. No lease, just the landlord collecting rent monthly along with requesting a random amount for utilities. About a month of them living there, the Cali Chick invited her druggy boyfriend. Let's call him Wook King. Wook King, okay. Who proceeded to take advantage of the space while not pitching in any work, money, energy for expenses. The place in general, no shower or bath, just a half bath with a broken toilet. The kitchen had a rat rotting in the sink. The fridge stove did not work. Did they get rid of the rat that was rotting in the sink? Did they just leave it there? Let's find out. Act 1. Oh, so that was just preamble. Act 1. Callie Chick and Wu King fought constantly, making lots of noise and inviting over other druggies to do various illegal activities in the apartment. The brother would clean up all of this and just deal with it. One night, Callie Chick and Wu King had a huge fight. Broke up and Wu King stayed while Callie Chick stayed with a friend. Wu King invited another girl over, bragging that he's been cheating on Callie Chick with this stripper chick. Callie Chick decided to move back to California. While packing up all of her stuff, she tried to sleep with my brother when he was just trying to help her move. Wu King stayed for months, stealing from my brother and eating his food. He only left after my brother complained about him to the landlady. She reluctantly kicked him out, even though he wasn't paying rent, and raised my brother's rent to $700. Act 2. The landlady started to demand that my brother do manual labour, fixing up the place's payment on top of the increased rent, since she didn't feel like spending her own time and money to repair her property. He bought a new fridge, new stove, and fixed the plumbing, all cost coming out of his pocket. What? She started to steal furniture and food and other things from my brother, as she had a key to his room. Act 3. We had no idea this was all happening. My mother, fiance, and I were going to visit, thinking we could stay at his place. He told his landlady we were coming, and she demanded that we pay $500 for the 2 weeks we would be staying. We were willing to pay that since we didn't want my brother to get kicked out. She then took this back and started to come into his apartment daily and unannounced to see if we were there. This all before we were about to visit him. He didn't tell us right away because he thought he could get her on her good side again, as she was dealing with mental problems and smoked cannabis constantly. I found out 4 days before we're supposed to arrive in Maui, so we all scrambled to find other arrangements. I then told him to just find a new place. He looked on Craigslist and saw that she had posted his room for $700. He was devastated, but then found a new place to live, and we helped him pay for the deposit as his crazy landlady kept demanding money from him. While he was gone moving his stuff to his new place, she stole the side table from his locked room that contained his SS card and birth certificate. This was when he confronted her and she denied it, lying to his face. She also said she was kicking him out and said he needs to be out by the 6th. My mum had to push him to call the cops and report the stolen documents. He had no idea of the gravity of this huge situation. Last I heard, he had called the cops. I will let you know what happens next. If you have any suggestions to help, I would appreciate it. Update. Oh, here we go. Update. So, my brother found his birth certificate and SS card crumpled up and shoved in a pay-by-month phone card box. It was in a pile of stuff that the landlady left for him to pick up after she kicked him out. We are very relieved. Well, happy ending. He got it all back in the end. This landlady is bonkers. Firstly, Callie Chick having her boyfriend come over. Both just completely disrespect the space, don't care about cleaning it or looking after it at all. They break up, she leaves, and the boyfriend stays. I'm pretty sure in Hawaii, the landlady has to give 45 days notice to raise rent on a month-to-month lease. Hopefully your brother has documentation, i.e. paid via bank transfer or cheque. File police reports for all of the stolen items. Contact the health department or report unsanitary living conditions, etc. Yes, he filed reports, but since he doesn't have enough evidence to back up that she took them, the cops couldn't do anything. Well, the unfortunate part of being young and naive is that, like this person said, you don't realise the gravity of the situation, you don't realise how bad this is and how wrong it is. Like when you're 19, you've probably just recently left home, it could be your first rental or second, and you don't know what's normal, you don't know what's right. I mean, for me, I don't think I was a very good tenant or housemate first couple of years after I left home. I was one of them messy tenants. I do feel a bit bad for my housemates. I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better, but there's so many things about living alone that you don't even think about, that you don't even consider until you're experiencing it. And sort of what's right and wrong from your landlord, you don't think about that. It's just when things come your way, normally you just sort of accept it and be like, okay, well, I guess I got to deal with this. When you don't realise that your landlord coming over every day is not normal and not okay. And them taking your stuff, you got to call the police about that. You can't be passive about that. Then you got another comment. I think you use salt and rosemary with holy water and a Bible. Get this demon out of there. Well, I am going to leave it there. Thank you again for watching. This has been Reddit Recreations, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do put out new Reddit videos every single day, and I will see you again next time. I'm pretty sure the HI in land... I'm pretty sure in HI... HI? What's that? Is that where Maui is? HI. That state? I've just googled high. But that... yeah. That's not worked. Hawaii, yeah, I was right. I don't think I recorded it because I kept it in my head. To all residents of Lawrence Mobile Home Estate, this is in Georgia. What do people sound like in Georgia? Rick Grimes. Call to all residents of I'm not doing that. That's going to kill my throat. That also does not sound like him at all.